Charoen is an important road with a history since it was one of Bangkok's main roads. It was built during the reign of King Rama IV and connected many major districts of Bangkok. After the city has grown more prosperous, this area is considered to be another economic area of Bangkok. But above all, the most important thing of Charoen since the past is the temples.
Welcome to A Day in Bangkok. Today I've brought you all to Wat Parom Sathon, a temple that is known to the locals as Wat Don.
Wat Don is an ancient temple built a long time ago since the reign of King Rama I in Ratanakosin era. Original evidence appears that Mang Chanja Phaya Thawai was a default established with the cooperation of Thawai people at the time. Since the reign of King Rama IV, it was bestowed the name to be Wat Parom Sathon until the present. Before we go to worship the sacred things inside the chapel, I would like to stop and admire the history of the famous monk of this temple. This is Rapomoli. Upon entering inside the chapel, we will find a waxwork of Rapomoli Vilat Yanawaro, รองสมเด็จพระราชาคณะ former abbot of Wat Parom Sathon and Wat Yanawa. He has dedicated himself to spreading Buddhist works in various fields, including teaching, พระปริยัติธรรม and the works of the administrations, especially literacy works, in which he was a Buddhist literacy writer until receiving the first prize for literature. The branch of religious from Bangkok Bank includes his works of writing on Phumi Vilasini, the story of Vimutti Ratanamali, and the story of Kamathipani, which every story he writes has a lot of different insights. After that, I walked to pay homage to the principal Buddha image in the chapel, which has been inseparable along with the chapel since in the past. This is Praputtakodom Borom Sathon Thawat Chai, which is sacred and the anchor of the residents in this area. There are also many beautiful adornments within the Ordination Hall, such as the door, which are adorned with Ganok pattern, mixed with Phumkhaobin and Tepanom. These are considered the architecture of Dawei people, and you will be able to admire the murals telling the story of the Buddha's story, which is very exquisite and beautiful. Walking a little further, we will find the Black Pagoda. According to the history, Mong Soi Tong, the Burmese royal family, who was the refugee from his country, built this stupa in Thawai Burmese art style as a memorial for future generations. Furthermore, at the side of the stupa, we will also find the Buddha image of Luang Po U, which was excavated only its head at the shipyard in Charoen area. Therefore, the temple has housed it inside the temple and remolded the body of the Buddha image.
After we have experienced the ancient legend of this temple, nowadays Wat Parom Sathon also has Vihan Meditation Center, where interested parties can come and learn the teaching of Buddhism.
Vihan of Meditation is located on the 6th floor of Dharma Practice Building, which is a very peaceful place to meditate and vipassana meditation. But with the new wave of COVID-19 outbreaks occurring, this temple has closed the facility for a while in accordance with Bangkok's measure to prevent the spread of COVID-19. In addition, one of the main highlights of Wat Don that we cannot forget to mention is the cemetery of Wat Don, which in the old days, whoever passed by this area would have to mention its hauntedness. In the past, Sathon, Yanawa, and Bangrak are still an overgrown forest and rarely inhabited. When the corpses without relative killed in an accident, they will be buried together in this area. Later, When there was a story that horrified the terrifying, further additions to the haunting were added. It makes people less daring to come close to this area unnecessarily, together with the number of corpses that are buried more and more. Therefore, a cemetery cleansing ritual is performed. But nowadays, when social prosperity enters, the horrible image of the cemetery has faded. Paw Tek Teng Foundation has transformed this site into a beautiful garden in the green area of Bangkok under the new name of เฉลิมพระเกียรติ 80th Anniversary Park Paw Tek Teng Foundation for the people in this area to be able to exercise in the green area.
It is almost unbelievable that this place used to be a cemetery, but nowadays has been transformed into a recreational area for the health conscious to exercise underneath the green, lush and beautiful scenery. And the next temple that I will be taking you to is a famous Mon temple where we can learn about its ancient legend. This is a Mon temple right in the heart of the city called Wat Prok.
Wat Prok is located inside Soi Wat Prok, Sathorn district. In front of the temple, you will find Chao Po Te Pa Dam Tung, which is highly revered by the people in this area. There is an original story that he was a pilgrim monk who had preceded the precepts until he died at Wat Prok. Therefore, the people who respected him had set up a shrine to worship, and inside this shrine will also be able to take the fortune sticks as well. After completing the fortune sticks, I walked to see the architecture of Wat Prok. In the past, Mon people who immigrated to set up their homes in Thailand wanted to have a temple for merit making and to make it a center for Mon people in Thailand. Therefore, they built this temple with an emphasis on decorative Mon art with Hong Sawadi architectural style. When we walked into the Ordination Hall, we will find the principal Buddha image, which is a replica of the Emerald Buddha image, which is housed inside. It consists of a Buddha image in Maravichai pose behind it. After paying respect to the sacred items in the Ordination Hall, if you walk a little further, you will find a white jade Buddha image with a distinct red colored mouth, which is unique to Mon style Buddha image housed inside this temple. Moreover, there is Lanka-shaped stupa which house the Buddha's relics. Today, this temple still preserves the ancient traditions of Mon, such as the chanting and preaching of monks in Mon language, and teaching Mon language and English without tuition fees. There is a sacred Buddha image, Luang Po Sian. There is an ancient tale about the head of the Buddha, which floated up along Chao Phraya River. It has been brought up from the river in front of Wat Yanawa. Then a raffle was drawn to see which temple will receive the Buddha's head. As a result, Wat Prok has taken possession of the head and restored and built the body of the Buddha image, which is called Phra Sian. This is highly revered by both Mon and Thai people.
Even though the prosperity of Bangkok has changed from different time to different era, but one thing that remains constant is Buddhism that binds people's faith together. And in Bangkok, we have many different temples for you to pay respect to. สวัสดีค่ะ
Join us and stand a chance to win special prize. Just head to our Facebook page and answer this question. The question of the day is, which nation established Wat Parom Sathon or Wat Don? Dawoi, Mon. Submit your answer to our Facebook, Bangkok Tourism Division. You can also follow us on Facebook, A Day in Bangkok, and YouTube, Bangkok Tourism Division.